So my name is Cass Garson and my company is called Balance Medical, and we sell medical devices to hospitals all across Australia and New Zealand.
Fantastic. So what's the backstory? How come you first off came to have the office space and then came to have availability of it? How did that come about?
So we, as a small company, we required somewhere to both house our products and also conduct our day-to-day business. But more and more we were finding that we were out on the road, given that we're a national company. So we weren't utilising it as much. So it was just sitting there, not being used on a day-to-day basis. So we needed to find a way to, I guess, maximise the productivity of the office. So we came across you guys.
Perfect. Love to hear it. And what was a catalyst for them saying, okay, well, we've got this spare space, and lots of businesses just sit there and it just sits there costing them money, but without actually doing anything about it. What was the catalyst for you guys to do something about it?
The catalyst was that it was costing us money and we weren't utilising the space. So we thought, why not allow someone else the opportunity to utilise the space? And that it was as simple as that.
Brilliant. Love it. So for people watching, tell us about the space. What's it like? Is it bespoke for co-working? Is it set up for that? Or is it just your regular business, your regular office?
The space is a great space because it's a new office and it's a secure office. And I don't know how many people have looked around for office space close into the CBD of Melbourne, but there's not a lot of really nice, modern, smallish kind of buildings available at reasonable prices. So we felt that Rubberdesk and our office space, there was a nice fit there because it was A, going to be affordable, but B, going to be really attractive to a lot of people because there was a lot of natural light. It was a very new space. And so, yeah, we thought it'd be a good fit.
Perfect. So we always say it's not just about desks and chairs, and it's more about people and connections and collaborations. I get the feeling in your case it might have just have been about renting desks and chairs as opposed to you looking for those collaborations.
In our particular instance, it was about renting the space out because we weren't utilising it, but it was good because we also didn't want to sign up for a 6 or 12 month lease. We wanted to have the flexibility to have shorter leases, let's call them, versus being locked into something more long-term. So it gave us the flexibility to go back and utilise the space if we had wanted to.
And were you surprised? It's all about, we talk about this co-working buzzword and this co-working thing, and really it's about, businesses just earning money from spare space often. Mm-hmm. Were you surprised about before you got it, how it worked out for you and the outcome?
Actually, I'm pleasantly surprised at how it worked out. Obviously, firstly, you guys were very good to deal with. You were very responsive and very willing to help out, particularly in the initial stages where we're trying to develop contracts and trying to understand how to work with our tenant in the long run. But yeah, it was just easy in terms of the day-to-day processes, in terms of collecting the rent from the tenant, etc., and going on. So I think it was a good kind of open communication platform between the three of us.
Perfect. And so there's lots of businesses in the same situation as yourselves. What tips might you have for those who haven't done it yet? Anything you've learned from the process, or what might you advise them?
I think in this particular instance with Rubberdesk, trust the process and you've got nothing to lose. At the end of the day, all you've got to lose is an opportunity to share your space or to lease out your space. So I think the process is very straightforward. I think the due diligence that you guys do and allow us to do with kind of screening tenants is really good. So you've got nothing to lose. Give it a go and see how beneficial it can be for your business.
Great. You mentioned a couple of things before. How specifically did Rubberdesk help you out? Which things did Rubberdesk do well that helped?
Yeah, well, number one is you connected us with our target market out there. On my own, I would have had to have gone, if I'd gone down the traditional path of having to deal with real estate agents, etc. They have a certain captive audience and a certain process that they go through, which didn't necessarily fit with what we were trying to do. So we wanted a different platform where we could manage it ourselves more. We didn't want that second party involved. So you gave us the platform to promote our space to those looking for something like that. And we had a number of inquiries that came through. So in terms of offering that, you guys do a really good job of offering that. Secondly, dealing directly with you, like I mentioned before, on the administrative side and on the contractual side of just, you know, signing somebody up. You guys were very, very good at managing the process and going above and beyond to provide templates of contracts or information or advice on things that we needed to do to make sure that both us and the tenant benefited from the whole transaction.
Great, that's fantastic. Is there anything you feel that we could do better, that we might work on that would make the service even better?
No, I can't think of anything that would have benefited me, to be honest with you. And I would tell you
Awesome.
if I did. No, you guys were very good from your point of view. You guys are doing a great job. It's more about people embracing the platform and the different way of approaching and different way of thinking about the whole process of making your space available to other people. I think, yeah, people need to get on board with that.